my family gets in group text more than any people you've ever met. And I love them, but my sister Hannah's son, Milo, he goes to like the cutest, like I'm so jealous. I would love for Harper to go to a daycare like that. They are amazing. Like today is Dr. Seuss's 100th
birthday. Is it his 100th birthday or Cat in the... I think it's his 100th birthday.
It is. It's
she said it was Cat in the Hat's 100th anniversary.
No,
it's not.
It's Dr. Seuss's 100th birthday.
Yes, Dr. Seuss's. Yes.
And so they have one of the teachers dressed up like the Cat in the Hat, got a Cat in the Hat suit, or they brought somebody in or something to do reading time. And they do stuff like that all the time. Then they had World Diversity Day or Multicultural Day or something like that. And so they dressed them all up in garb from like different countries, all the babies. And I gotta pull it up. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but I thought, I mean, look at this picture. I mean, you guys, can you see? He's like dressed in like, and he can't even sit up yet. And he's in like some kind of like African garb, like with a head. It's just so cute. And then they do like all these like little stations for them. I don't know. They just do like the cutest little things. And they're called, each classroom is called different things. And his little group, there are 5 of them in his little group. And they're called the Hummingbirds.
Oh, they're so
sweet. And Milo loves to go to daycare. And they like fight because of course my nephew is like a prodigy, precious. I mean, he really is probably one of the sweetest babies I've ever. I mean, Harper was really sweet, but Harper was like, I don't know. Harper's personality and Milo's personality are very different, but Milo, he's just the sweetest little kid. Like, and just, oh, he's just so sweet. That's kind of like the underlying, like Harper was always really like, I don't know. He was very sweet too. He had a very sweet disposition, but Harper was always like really kind of like happy and kind of not outgoing. I don't know. Anyways, I mean they're very similar.
Harper is fun. Like he always thinks everything's funny. You know,
yeah, like even when he was real little, he was really
he wants to joke around with you and have fun with you.
Milo is just like he wants to cuddle and love on you. He's just this. He's got just this.
Harper has a little bit of that though.
Yo, totally. No, you could definitely tell they're related in that aspect. But anyways, but Hannah texts all of us pictures because they send her. They have an app. And they send her pictures throughout the day of what he's doing when he's at his different like stations and you know what they're doing for that day and when he's asleep and then they get a report card at the end of the day and he always gets all A's. Oh. Obviously. He's that curly side of him, you know, but he's really sweet. So anyways, she was sending us pictures of him, them, all his babies. There's pictures of other people's kids in here, so I don't want to show that. But there's just like pictures of them just like all sitting around the cat. It's really sweet. So.
Well, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
You had a good class.
I had a great class. It's so interesting how like last week I just like kind of confessed. I was like, you know, if I can get 30 people in this class, I would feel really great about that. You know, I'm just gonna like give that to the Lord and blah blah blah. And do you want to know how many people were in class today?
How many?
30.
30.
And that's the most that's been in there in a while. And I just, God is good.
That's right.
There's so many times we feel like we just like, at least for me, that I'm just like, this is impossible. Like, I can't do this. And like, yeah, you're right. You can't do it. You can't. So you better call on Jesus to help you. So that's what I did. And I give him all the glory because I sure did for months and months and months try every little trick I had up my sleeve. And I always had like, you know, like 20 people or whatever, but at that time slot to get 10 more people, I mean, you know.
Yeah, 9:30 on a
Tuesday, Thursday, like most people are at work already. It's really a tough time slot.
Yeah.
Or it's so close after drop off and people are still running around doing their errands and all that. Pastor Ben preached. yesterday. Did you look at the footage, Mama?
Mm-mm.
I got some footage on my phone for you guys. He did so good. It was like he preached on Lent and about what it means to like, that it's not about saying no to things, it's about saying yes to things that are higher and better and more challenging. And I thought that was such a great spin on Lent, because when you think about Lent, it's always like, I'm gonna give up chocolate, or I'm gonna make this hurt real bad, or I'm gonna, and it is about that. It's about depriving yourself, but really kind of preparing yourself for Easter. But he went through all the fruits of the Spirit, which are
love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
Yes. And then he took each one.
Thank you, Mitch Marlowe, my youth director at First Baptist Church, Dothan, Alabama.
Yeah. And then he took each one and went through and said a tangible way that you can use one of the fruits of the Spirit during Lent, which was genius. Give us an example of one like that you did.
Let's see.
Do the road rage one. That was a great one.
Which one was that for? I'm trying to remember. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, right? No?
No, kindness.
Kindness was
gentleness.
No, kindness. It was kindness.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so like, you get really mad. You guys see the traffic here. It's crazy. It's particularly crazy here if you live in a traffic prone area. But really everybody's prone to road rage. So anyway, my thing was, just for Lent, just take a fast almost, describe it like that, of getting mad at people for cutting you off, for being jerks, for doing all this, even if it's their fault, even if you're justified in getting mad. And just in that moment, just pray for that person. But this is just for this time period. Now, you never know what's going to happen.
You don't even have to like go into a full prayer, or just be like, oh my gosh, I bless you in the name of Jesus.
Right.
You know what I mean?
At the beginning, it's going to be like that. But like literally, they laughed because I said that. I was like,
let somebody in.
Let somebody in the name of Jesus.
That was really funny.
So you're going to have to do that because it makes you mad, right?
Or peace. Like, I loved the peace one because, like, so many times it's so easy. Like, even, like, silly, like, on Facebook to be argumentative and, like, because we're all very passionate. But what if just for this time before Easter, you really practice being the peacemaker and being like, you know what? Even though we don't agree, I'm going to listen to what you have to say.
And that was the thing I said. So for this, make a goal of like one time, just taking someone you vehemently disagree with on Facebook, obviously in real life that you know, and say, and just invite them up for coffee or just get together. It doesn't have to be whatever, and just say, I'm just going to listen to you. And every time you have your thing, but no, you can't.
Nope. There are no buts.
You're just going to listen
you are going to be no but Jones for that whole coffee.
Nothing.
You're just going to listen and
that you're going to make peace in that way. That doesn't mean you don't still feel strongly about the thing you want. And you can even say that up front. Just say, this is something I want to do. I want to really just hear you out. I'm not going to cut you off. I'm not going to rebut your argument. I'm not going to do anything. And there's something about you're going to find, if you do that things are going to really change. First of all, you're going to learn something.
Well, and it goes back to what I was saying the other day, that peace that passes understanding. When you lay down, I do not understand this person. I don't understand. And I know that scripture is a lot of times used in other ways, but it can be applicable to the situation. When you're like, I do not understand you, but I'm going to lay that down. I'm just going to listen to you so we can bring peace to our relationship. Yeah. And I think that, and we can still have our own individual beliefs, but to bring peace and acceptance into some kind of like relationship or an area of it doesn't even have to be like a whole, like someone like you hate or anything. Like, you shouldn't hate anybody, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It could just be an area. But if you've gotten
into a lot of stuff with a person, you're going to really blow their mind if you do this. You understand? It's going to blow that relationship wide open because they're going to be there, and then they're going to, I will almost guarantee, and now that's not a guarantee, but they're going to want to hear you out at a certain point.
Or even if they don't, 9 times out of 10, they may go do that with somebody else. Absolutely. Like, can you imagine if everybody just sat down with one person in their life and was like, you know what? I know we really disagree on this, but I just want to hear you. I just want to hear you. Because the act of just hearing somebody, some people just want to be heard. That's really and truly, at the end of the day, they don't really care if you agree with them or not. They just want to be heard. They want to say what they need. They want to say what you need to say. 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 Great song. But anyway, so he went through all the fruits of the Spirit and gave everybody a tangible way, and then challenged people to pick one, all of them, a few
one guy
of
came up to me
them.
afterwards, he's like, I'm going to do all of them. I was like, man, good for you.
Good. I mean, like, that's great. And just like by doing that, like, how is that going to change you? Like, in 40 days? Like, how is that truly going to change you? And like, little things. Like, there were so many, like, little things. There were big things too, like inviting a neighbor over for dinner, or I almost wanted to like add to it, take a neighbor dinner. Just say, good, can we cook you dinner and bring it over? That way they can still share it with their family, but they're not having to, I mean, you're providing them a meal in their own home. Like, I think that would be, I mean, if everybody took a meal to one person in their neighborhood.
Yeah, and that was the one thing I said in that example was, you know, and there's nothing wrong with this. The thing about Lent is a lot of stuff is not bad that you're doing, that you're fasting from. It's taking something that's maybe just to choose something better. So what if you didn't just veg out in front of the TV, which there's nothing wrong with, but that one night you said, I'm not going to just think about myself. I'm going to actually think about someone else and engage with them. And that takes a sacrifice, because sometimes you just, all you want to do is just that, and like, but there's something about getting out of yourself and doing that is really powerful for the other person and for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, I thought it turned out good. So.
This is just random because I just saw this person. We have a guy in our building that has a dog, and that dog is a service dog, but not like a service dog for blind people.
No,
he's a
Homeland Security dog.
A Homeland Security dog, and he is the sweetest. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
But he's just so sweet.
He's awesome, and he just passed his certification again. He did it.
He did it. But yeah, he's very busy in the city. He's always going to the airport or to parades or to building. Like, he just keeping us safe, and he is the sweetest dog ever.
Yep.
And he loves Harper, and Harper loves him, and it's always so sweet. And his owners are just fantastic people. Yeah. We've had some really, 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 we've been blessed with a lot of really good neighbors. I mean, we have a couple bad seeds in our building that we've had some interesting moments with, but for the most part, we've had some cool people live in our building over the last 7 years, almost 8 years. We're on our 8th year.
Wait, this is like a Ben and Olivia riff, like waka waka waka, just like talk about random stuff. So,
stream of consciousness.
So, as always, subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Like if you liked it.
Thumbs it up.
Share it with somebody. Share it on your Facebook.
Yeah.
Tell us below if you're going to take one of the fruits of the Spirit and turn it into something tangible in your life for Lent. Yeah. In addition to whatever you're doing. But I love that.
I'll put in the description box the examples.
Yeah.
What the fruits of the Spirit are, and like I had just a little example of each one. So I'll put in there. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out.
Yeah, if you're not.
They're also, I think we'll post on the church website the actual full message at some point. It may be a few days, but at that point I'll put a link to it.
It was really good. Like, people really, really loved it. They really did. Ben doesn't get to preach very often, but when he does, they love it. Because, I mean, you just speak from your heart, which I think, I mean, which is the kind of preaching that I'm used to and the kind of preaching that I enjoy.
And they're used to it because according to you, I preach all the time.
Oh yeah, totally. He does.
Because
and people like it when you preach.
But what were you going to say? I cut you off.
Oh, I don't.
The kind of.
Oh, the other kind of preaching is more teaching, in my opinion.
Yeah, which is great, and that's a different.
Yeah,
sort of
absolutely.
thing.
Well, you got to have the teaching to understand the preaching.
Gotta have both. Actually, our senior pastor really values the different kinds of.
He really does.
He really does. I will say that.
Yeah,
he wants you to be able. He wants to be able to say to the person who enjoys the kind of thing that I do. Oh well, he does. Speak from time to time, and vice versa. So. And that is a value of having different preachers on this.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. And, you just get different perspectives, which is great.
And we do that with worship. We try to do that with worship leaders too, because there's different people. Like, there's different people who love what I do, but also Stephanie. They people like, and I know there's those people that like her more than they like me, which is great. I mean, they should. Because you're not gonna, you're not gonna please everybody. And so, if you don't like it, what do they say in the South? If you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, seriously.
So if you don't like the music, just come back
next
week. So, all right. Well, on that note, awesome. Love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. We're confused. We're still riffing. We're still riffing.
Why are we still talking?
We're still talking. So, we'll see you on Monday. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Have a good weekend. Bye. We should probably just make this the vlog for today. And I can intersperse the footage of the different stuff. Because we've already talked for 15 minutes.
Great.
No?
Yeah. That'll get you caught up.
Yeah. I got 3 vlogs to edit. We have the footage though. We filmed and finished them all. So that'll be good.